We are back, everybody. Jeff Eller's our guest here tonight. He is from the group No Tax for Tracks that opposes the Let's Move Nashville plan that is up for a big vote on May 1st. And we talked about the early voting numbers that we have seen from Davidson County are really big. So this is an issue that people are taking seriously, and they are voting. Obviously, we won't know until May 1st what the outcome is going to be. What we do know is there's lots of numbers, lots of statistics, lots of kind of jabs from each side going back and forth. So here's what we want to do. We're going to run a couple of ads here that you've been seeing on our airwaves for weeks now from both sides, and we'll come out and talk with Jeff about it. Let's take a look.
We all want less traffic, but the transit plan won't relieve traffic or congestion. Fact, not 1 cent of the proposed $9 billion will go to improve highways or traffic lanes. Fact, the transit map shows it does nothing to help the high traffic areas. Fact, for at least 10 years, construction will make traffic worse, and for 50 years, we'll be on the hook to pay for it. Fact, the price tag is over $43,000 per family over the life of the plan. 4 separate taxes will be raised, and Nashville will have the highest sales tax of any major city. Fact, the new higher taxes on seniors will be crippling, and the plan does nothing to help them where they live or go. Vote against the plan, because there are better options to fix our traffic and congestion at a cost that's affordable, not $43,000 per family. Vote against Tuesday, May 1st.
They say it will cost families $43,000. They say it will do nothing to help senior citizens. They say it in the shadows with no accountability. They say it to scare us and divide our city. But the truth is more powerful than fiction. Vote for truth. Vote for transit on May 1st.
All right, so I know you've seen that ad. It's their rebuttal ad.
It is.
They talk about dark money, they talk about scaring and dividing, and that the figures just aren't right. So how do you respond to that?
They're not talking about their plan. They're not talking about where light rail goes. They're not talking about what benefits it's going to bring to the community. What they're not talking about is why we need to spend $9 billion for light rail. I don't have a problem with what they're doing. I'm actually amused by it, because every day that goes by that they don't talk about the positive aspects of their plan is a day I think voters want to take a look at our side of the argument.
Okay. Recent polling. There's been some polling.
I don't have any. The pro-transit side is outspending us 4-1. We decided that we thought it'd be more important to put our facts in front of the voters in the television ad and the mail pieces we've been doing, and I don't have any polling. So I don't have any polling that I know and can credibly talk about.
All right. Let's just get right back to the calls because we've got so many here. Let's go to Craig on line 4. Hey, Craig, thanks for calling in.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
Hello to your guests. Yeah, I was calling.
Nope, you there?
Yes.
Go ahead. Say it again. Sorry.
Yes, I lived in Dallas for a while, and I know about Arlington. I know about the surrounding cities around there. But one thing you've got to know is that Dallas Area Regional Transit, what they call DART, they built their light rail system. They started in the mid-'80s and basically completed the basic lines that they wanted around mid-'90s. At that time, that was considered very, very late in the game to try to build such a thing as a light rail system in such a major city. At that time, it was like the 8th largest city. Now we fast forward to 2018. We probably, if it did pass, everything wouldn't be aligned as far as cost and everything until probably 2020. So basically, it wouldn't really start probably 2021. It's not worth it. I feel like it's going to be discriminatory. I think it's going to be where the areas like Brentwood, Cool Springs, they're not going to want any part of any light rail system coming out there. And that's why they don't currently have MTA going out there. It's going to take a combination of surrounding counties to devote this thing just like they did in the Bay Area. You have AC Transit, you have BART, and you have Muni. And they basically all work together. There are 3 different systems, the BART including all different systems that coordinate within each other, and it makes it work. But here, I don't see it happening. We have a lot of closed-minded individuals, and certain people want to keep their area segregated from the general population. And that's basically all I have to say. Thank you.
Here's a point that I think Craig reinforces. We think this plan needs to be voted down so we can start again. On May 2nd, the leadership he's talking about, the need for leadership, and frankly, it falls directly on Mayor Briley's shoulder. Mayor Briley has a tremendous opportunity to lead forward. On May 2nd, you bring everybody to a place here, you put them in a room and say, folks, we're not going to have a plan. I'm not letting you out of that room until we're done. Let's get something we can actually make work. Can we synchronize traffic signals? Can we change bus routes? Can we fix sidewalks? Can we do the kinds of things that leadership can drive, along with beginning the process of talking to the state and the counties about how you look at this in a broader sense? Right.
And I was just going to ask, when you say bringing everybody into a room, does that include leaders from the surrounding counties as well, and get the RTA and get everyone involved?
They need a voice at the table, and they have I think they have a leadership responsibility to participate.
All right, real quick, we got about a minute before we got to hit this next break, but I'm going to go ahead with Gary. Gary, quickly, what's on your mind, sir?
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I'm a former bus driver for the city of Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay.
So I've been involved with public transit. And Corpus, millions of dollars they get each year, they get from federal money that keeps the public transit costs down. And a caller called in earlier about not getting public transportation to parts of the city.
Hey, Gary, give me a quick second. I'm going to put you on hold. I apologize. We've got to hit this break right now. We're going to come right back to you after this break, and we'll finish your question, okay? Hang on.
Yes,
hang on.
sir.
Be right back, everybody.